Ridge Racer.
Alright guys, here's the big question. Can a PSP racing game from back in the day still be the king of arcade racing? I'm talking about Ridge Racer 2, one of the PSP's absolute gems. Released during the golden era of portable gaming, this title redefined what handheld racers could be. It didn't bother with ultra-realistic graphics or complex tuning systems. It just focused on being ridiculously fun. Fast forward to today, where modern racing games are loaded with microtransactions, live service models, and endless grind mechanics. How does Ridge Racer 2 stack up? And is it still worth playing? Well, let's find out. Ridge Racer 2 doesn't try to be anything it's not. This game is arcade racing distilled to its purest form. Speed, drift, and adrenaline. Unlike today's racing games that want you to spend half your time tweaking car parts or buying cosmetics with premium currency, Ridge Racer 2 just throws you into the action. No fluff, no filler, just pick your car, pick your track, and off you go. And that's the beauty of it. It's a game that doesn't waste your time. It respects it. Now let's compare this little PSP classic to modern racing games. Look, I'm not here to bag on modern races. They're great in their own right. Games like Forza Horizon and Gran Turismo 7 offer stunning visuals and incredible realism, but they also come with a lot of baggage. These days, you've got to wade through microtransactions, battle passes, and grind-heavy progression systems just to enjoy the full experience. Want that one car that you love? That'll cost you, or it'll take hours of grinding. And don't even get me started on live service models, where games constantly drip feed content to keep you hooked. Ridge Racer 2 doesn't bother with any of that nonsense. It's fun from the moment you press start. It's not about earning digital currency or unlocking a tier in a season pass. It's about the pure thrill of tearing through corners at ridiculous speeds. And honestly, that's what makes it feel so refreshing. What really sets Ridge Racer 2 apart is how it nails the core gameplay. The drift mechanics are perfection. Every corner is an opportunity to chuck your car sideways and pull off a move that would make the Fast and Furious crew jealous. It's not realistic, sure. You're not dealing with tire pressure or engine tuning, but that's the point. It's not about realism, it's about fun. You don't need a manual to figure out the mechanics, and you don't need to be a die-hard racing fan to enjoy it. You just pick it up, hit the gas, and you're hooked. The nitrous system is another highlight. Build up your boost bar, hit the button, and watch as your car rockets down the track like a bat out of hell. It's simple, it's satisfying, and it never gets old. Combine that with the buttery smooth controls, even on those tiny PSP little analog nubs, and you've got gameplay that's as timeless as it is addictive. Let's talk about the tracks, because they're an absolute standout. Ridge Racer 2 doesn't just throw you on a few boring circuits and call it a day. It gives you a variety of tracks that feel alive, vibrant, and perfectly designed for arcade racing. From tropical seaside highways to neon-lit cityscapes, every track oozes personality. They're not just there for show either. They're crafted for speed and thrills. The turns are perfectly spaced for drifting. The straights are made for nitrous. And the scenery gives you that sense of escapism modern games sometimes lack. And with a whopping 42 circuits pulled from the previous Ridge Racer games, there's no shortage of variety. Whether you're a series veteran or a first-timer, there's always something new to master. So why does Ridge Racer 2 feel better than some of today's modern racing games? Because it's not trying to be something it's not. Modern games often lean too hard into realism or try to be everything to everyone. You've got massive open worlds, hyper-detailed physics, and constant updates. That's all fine if you've got time and patience, but sometimes you just want to race. Ridge Racer 2 understands that. It's pure, focused, and unapologetically fun. You're not bogged down with car upgrades or online lobbies filled with people driving backwards just to troll you. You're not constantly reminded to buy premium currency or check out the latest DLC pack. It's just you, the track, and that perfect drift. And then there's the nostalgia. There's something magical about firing up Ridge Racer 2 and diving back into a simpler time in gaming. It's a reminder of when games focused on delivering pure fun rather than squeezing every cent out of players with monetization schemes. The visuals still shine today, even on modern screens. The bright, colourful tracks and smooth animations look just as impressive as they did on the PSP. And the soundtrack, a mix of techno, trance and house tracks, that amp you up for every race. It's the kind of music that sticks in your head long after you've closed the emulator or closed up the PSP. And let's talk about the cars for a sec. Sure, they're not realistic. You won't see a Ferrari or a Porsche here. But that doesn't matter. These sleek, stylish designs are built for drifting and over-the-top speed. They're a perfect reminder of why arcade racing games were, and still are, so much fun. So is this crusty old PSP game still the king of arcade racing? Honestly, I reckon it might be. The gameplay is timeless, the tracks are thrilling, and the lack of modern day nonsense, no microtransactions, no grind, no battle pass, makes it feel like a breath of fresh air. It's gaming at its purest, and it's why it still holds up today. So fire up an emulator or blow the dust off your PSP and give Ridge Racer 2 a run. Trust me, you won't regret it. Thanks for watching, Legends. If you enjoyed this look at Ridge Racer 2, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more gaming recommendations from retro classics to hidden gems. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.